Hello, Taurus. It's Jen with Timeline Tarot, and these are your predictions for the first 2 weeks of February 2025. I've set the intentions of this reading to be for your Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus placements. So if you are a Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising, then this reading is for you. If you'd like to check out your other placements, but you're not sure what they are, in the description box below is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Take a look at that site and just come back here and watch the video or videos for the respective placement or placements that you wish to view. Do keep in mind, Taurus, that this is a collective general reading. It is not individualized or personalized to you, and therefore it's possible that some messages may come through today that don't fully resonate. And if that happens, please don't get upset. It just means that that one particular message is intended for someone else of your sign or your sign's placement. So as I always say, Taurus, take what fits, how it fits, and leave what doesn't. With all that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Taurus collective now for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What do they need to know for the first 2 weeks of February 2025? What does Taurus need to know? One more shuffle. Thank you. In the heart of your spread, Taurus, we have you, the Queen of Pentacles, whether you're masculine or feminine. In the top row, we have the Strength card, the Five of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is flanked by the Moon and the Six of Pentacles. And in the bottom row here, we have the Emperor, we have the Two of Cups, and we have the Eight of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, Taurus, we have a King of Wands to the Page of Cups to the Five of Cups. Interesting. So, Taurus, in the heart of your spread is the Queen of Pentacles. Whether you're masculine or feminine, I feel like in the first 2 weeks of February, this is you embodying the true essence and energy of who and what you are. Nurturing yourself, nurturing your space. I do feel that you're feeling very grounded within the first 2 weeks of February. There's also a sense of sadness here that I'm feeling for the Queen of Pentacles. In your top row, Taurus, we have the Strength card, the Five of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. So it almost looks like you're holding yourself back from a conflict. Now, you could be holding yourself back because you don't want to get involved in this conflict, or you're holding yourself back from not wanting to engage with whomever or whatever that is. It's almost like you're looking for an opportunity out. You're looking for a way out of the conflict. The Queen of Pentacles is flanked by the Moon and the Six of Pentacles. I think there's some concerns here, and we're going to clarify to see what this is about, and this might be why I'm getting this very solemn feeling for you in the first 2 weeks. A lot of fears and anxiety. You could be concerned that something you have been investing in maybe has stopped investing in you with full reciprocity, meaning you could find yourself giving more to a particular situation, environment, or connection than you feel you're getting out of it. In the bottom row here, we have the Emperor to the Two of Cups to the Eight of Swords. Something has you very troubled and worried regarding some type of soulmate or soul bond connection in your life. This Emperor could be another individual, and for others of you, this very well could be you wanting to take control of this situation. At the bottom of the deck, we have a King of Wands, which is an entirely different energy. So let's see where we're going with this message. Let's clarify this for Taurus, please. The Strength to the Five of Wands, to the Page of Pentacles, to the Moon, to the Queen of Pentacles, to the Six of Pentacles, to the Emperor, to the Two of Cups, to the Eight of Swords. I'm going to take a quick sip of my coffee, Taurus. So for those of you with headphones on, just giving you a heads up. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that break, Taurus. All right, let's see what these cards are all about now. And I'm using the After Tarot deck, which has different imagery than the typical Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck. So let's clarify this for Taurus now. One more shuffle now. Thank you. The Strength card is being clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. The Five of Wands is clarified by the Page of Wands. The Page of Pentacles is clarified by the World. The Moon card is being clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is clarified by Judgment. Yeah, you're definitely making a decision about something, Taurus. The Six of Pentacles is being clarified by the Eight of Cups. The Emperor is being clarified by the Six of Pentacles. Look what you're walking away from. The Two of Cups is being clarified by the Five of Wands. Very interesting. Some repetitive cards here. And the Eight of Swords is clarified by the Four of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, Taurus, we have the Ace of Cups to the Three of Pentacles to the Queen of Swords, and again to the Two of Cups, to the Lover's card. Taurus, I feel like I'm just going to throw it out there. Taurus, I think some of you are deciding between staying in a connection and becoming single, or leaving one connection for another. Let's get into the the thick of it here. But you have a lot of energies at play, like people energies. But I'll read that secondary. Let me get to your primary message here. Taurus, you've come a long way in your life. You have done tremendously well for yourself. Are you Jeff Bezos and you're rolling in the billions of dollars? Probably not, but you're comfortable with the life that you have. You also have a long-term goal for your life, and where you are presently, it's taking you a long time to get there. You've really put in the effort. It's taken you a lot of courage to get to where you are in your life now, and I think you're pleased with who you are and where you're at. But the Five of Wands to the Page of Wands says that currently you have been dealing with some type of chaos or conflict in your life. And it's almost like you're looking for a way out of it. The Page of Wands is the Minor Arcana card to the Fool card. And it's almost like you want a new beginning, even if you have to fight for it. The World to the to the Page of Pentacles. Again, I feel like you're trying to find a way to put an end to some aspect of your life. Now, I could be speaking to a Taurus that, you want to move or you want to travel the world. Are you proud of what you have and where you're at? Yes. Do you have enough money to make that kind of leap? No. So some of you could be trying to discover ways to make money to travel the world or to relocate. For others of you, you may want to leave a job. With that Ten of Pentacles, are you proud of the job you have? Yes. But is there a lot of conflict there? Indeed. And so some of you could find yourself in the first 2 weeks of February looking for another job, and not just looking for another job, actually receiving a new job offer. The Page of Wands is looking for it, and the Page of Pentacles would be receiving that offer. And in that case, you would be able to put an end to your job search. The Moon is being clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. Taurus, I feel for some of you, just take it if it resonates. Remember, not every message here is going to resonate with everyone. It's a collective reading. Some of you have a lot of fear and anxiety about becoming independent. Some of you have a lot of fear and anxiety, like, I can't leave this job and go to another one. I've been here too long. Some of you are afraid of, like, I can't start this new business. Maybe you have this business idea in mind, but that Moon card is like there's too much fear and anxiety with becoming independent, or almost like becoming autonomous from something. So do you want to leave maybe where you live and relocate? Yes. Could there money be a factor? Yes. But you're also, even if you had the money, you'd be afraid to do it. Again, that's only for some of you. Leaving a job for another job, is this something you want to do? Yes. But there's a fear in doing it. Entering a new connection, leaving an existing connection. Like there's a pretty significant life change here that you want to make. And you know you want to make it because it's your way out of conflict and chaos and all of that stuff. You're making the judgment call that this is what you want to do. You're definitely walking away from it. There's no doubt about it here with the Eight of Pentacles. I'm sorry, with the Eight of Cups to the Six of Pentacles. But there's a fear here. There's a fear here with embracing your freedom or embracing your autonomy. Interesting that we have the Emperor here to the Six of Pentacles. Taurus, I feel like for some of you, whatever this is that you're in, it has not been reciprocal, meaning you're at a job where you give your all to it, but they don't pay you what you're worth. And there's a lot of conflict. It's almost like you got to fight for every nickel you make. And in that respect, I think these are the first 2 weeks of the month here where you're deciding to find another job. You're willing to walk away from the job you have. Do I think you're quitting on the spot? No. I think you're actively looking for a job. And for those of you who actively look for a job the next 2 weeks, I think you receive a pretty damn good solid offer. I think it's one that you probably didn't think you would get. So I'm going to tell you right now, Taurus, if you're at a job where they're not treating you well, they're not paying you what you deserve, there's a lot of chaos and conflict there. You've been contemplating leaving it for a while, but you've been afraid or resistant to do that. And you're making the judgment call in the next 2 weeks to do it. I would say to shoot for the stars. And by that, what I mean is apply to every single job you've ever wanted, whether you think you're qualified for it or not. Because I almost feel like there's a miracle here waiting for you. Again, I'm not telling you to quit where you're at, but I'm just telling you if you're making the judgment call to replace that current job, this would be the primary 2 weeks for you to do it. I think you get a really good job offer. And I think in that respect, you're able then to confidently walk away from the job that you're currently at, the job that hasn't been treating you well at all. In the bottom row here, we have the Six of Pentacles to the Emperor. It's almost like you're no longer begging. You're walking away from the begging, because the Six of Pentacles, there are two beggars. So again, I'm going to just use job as a reference. But I mean, the merchant here could be your job, could be a lover, could be a friend, could be a family member. It's different for all of you. But even though it's different for all of you, the one thing that the collective has in common is you're begging for it. So you're begging for the recognition, you're begging for the raise, you're begging for the love, you're begging for the reciprocity. This is a card for beggars. I think that's what you're walking away from. And in the After Tarot deck, in the Six of Pentacles, the person's walked away. They're no longer part of the group of beggars. They've walked away. They've taken their power back. So for some of you, this is you taking back your power from something or someone that has treated you very unfairly. So again, it's different for all of you, but collectively, the one thing you have in common is walking away from it. Two of Cups to the Five of Wands, no longer willing to fight for it. Whatever that soulmate, soul bond connection is. Friend, family member, love, could be a soul bond connection you have with a boss. Again, whatever it is, you're no longer willing to fight for it. In the After Tarot deck, the Wands are down. They're, in the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck, they're kind of all clashing and fighting with one another. In the Five of Wands, it's, I'm done fighting for this. I'm done fighting for this because as much as I fight for this, I still don't get what I should get. And the Eight of Swords to the Four of Wands is this worry or fear you have of, will I find happiness somewhere else, at another job, in another community? Will I find other friends? Will I find another lover? And the answer is yes. You most definitely will. Now, Taurus, I'm just going to throw this out there because I said it in the beginning and then I said, well, let me get to the primary message. So the primary message here is regardless of what you're walking away from, if you actively make the choice to do that in the next 2 weeks, I think you're very successful at doing it. I think it's almost like you've got the wind at your back. Making that judgment call to do right by yourself lands you a better job or lands you a better financial opportunity. If you're looking for a home for relocation, I feel like this is the primary time for you to start looking. I think you're going to find it's a lot easier than what you thought it would be. And if you're like, this really isn't entering the dating pool, but if you want to look at it that way, some of you could be walking away from being single. And maybe, you're afraid of that. Maybe you're afraid of giving up your independence or giving up your autonomy, but you're going to kind of hold your nose and jump into the deep end of the dating pool. In that respect, I do think that you end up finding love. So the Taurus collective is walking away from something in the next 2 weeks, a bad job, a bad relationship, being single, a mindset of lack, whatever it is for you, you're walking away from it and you're walking towards happiness. So different for all of you, but the same outcome. So bravo to the Taurus collective. Now I'm going to put this out there. Some of you are leaving one connection for another. Some of you have been in a connection with someone who has truly breadcrumbed you. And you're walking away from that individual. You will no longer sit at this person's feet and beg them for love and attention and time. Again, it's not every Taurus, but it's specific for a large group of you. the merchant here, which would, let's say, be your lover, is giving to you and other entities, whether that's other lovers, other responsibilities, whatever it is. They're incapable of investing more in you because they're giving pentacle energy, time, love, money to something else. You're walking away from that. Some of you are actively walking away from this person because you're walking towards this person, the King of Wands and the Page of Cups. And like, look, literally, you're walking away from something else. Five of Cups. So some of you are making the judgment call to leave one connection where you have been breadcrumbed. You now have a new connection on your radar. This person finds you attractive. You find them attractive. There's a love offer here. It's cute. It's flirty. There's some light communication. It does mean you have to walk away from something or someone else. Most of you, it's someone else, but you're willing to do it in an effort to have a new, passionate beginning in your life. So take those messages how they resonate. I know not every Taurus is leaving a connection for another connection, but there's a significant group of you here where you are leaving one connection for another. For others of you, you're just leaving something that wasn't that great for something that's even better, even though you don't know what that even better is. And I think that's why we have that moon energy here for you. It's like, you know, you have to leave it, but you're afraid to leave it. But again, in that Page of Wands energy, if you put yourself out there to find a new job or a new place to live or new ways to make money, or I think you end up finding better than what you're leaving. I think you most definitely do. Both decks of cards have that here. So whether that King of Wands is representing a new community, which is more vibrant, and that, you know, you get to leave the community you're at because you're moving towards a more vibrant community. This could be you leaving the job that penny pinches you, and then now you're going to a real entrepreneur, a real business owner who knows how to care for their employees. And yeah, for some of you, you're leaving a lover. And for those of you leaving a lover, you already know who this other person is. And for others of you, you don't know, but it's almost like immediately as you're exiting one connection, you're finding another. So just take the messages how they resonate to you, Taurus. Let's see what your oracle cards are, and then we'll get into the kippers. Oracle cards now, please, for Taurus. I'm really surprised we didn't see the Tower, Taurus, because in the pre-shuffle, the Tower card for you fell out of both decks 2 or 3 times. And I was like, oh boy. So I'm really surprised we didn't see the Tower here. But I don't really think you need one because you're making the judgment call yourself. So any changes that are happening here are happening because you want them to happen. One more shuffle here. Thank you. That first row, Taurus, is being clarified by phases and cycles. Yep, you're closing out a cycle with the World card. There is a beginning with every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. And maybe that also is that moon. Could be illusions, and illusions could be revealed to you. Maybe you find out something about work or the community or the situation or the connection. And that's what encourages you to, I need to find better. Your second row is being clarified by voice of truth. It's a Joan of Arc card. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth, which I do think you're doing when you're leaving whomever or whatever this is behind. And your third row is being clarified by cloak of wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. And that's why you're making the judgment call. Because, look, my best friend is a Taurus. My ex-husband is a Taurus. I'm still really good friends with Tony. I probably always will be. So I know Tauruses very well. And they're not quick to make a decision. So once you make this judgment call, I believe you will hold firm to it because it's taken you a long time to get here. Bottom of the deck, Taurus, we have Sacred Self. Unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. Let's get into the kippers now, and then we'll close out your reading, my dear. What else does Taurus need to know about this? Yeah. And look, if you're looking to relocate with that World card, then it's quite possible that some of you are going to look for an additional source of income to relocate. And in that case, I do think you find a way. I think you discover a way, Page of Wands, to make more money so you can relocate and, like, again, leave the community where you're currently living behind. So I kind of feel like opportunity is here. Again, it's different for all of you, but the collective, what you're sharing here is making the judgment call to move forward in your life. I don't even want to say you're leaving something or someone behind, which is essentially what you'll inevitably do by moving forward, right? To move forward, we're leaving something behind. But this isn't like a looking back and feeling sad about this type of thing. No, this is making a judgment call that I deserve better, and I'm going to actively look to find better. And you do. Let's get one more shuffle here for Taurus. Thank you. Your first row, Taurus, is being clarified by journey. I told you, you're on a whole new life path, or you will be soon. You have official person. The official person could be the new job offer. For some of you, traveling, or literally if you're like traveling the world or relocating to another part of the world, this official person can be like the person who helps you with your documents, or even a passport if you're going on like vacation. Your second column here is judication. I love that. Judgment, adjudication, like you're making the judgment call. And then unexpected income. Yeah, I really think for some of you, if you want to leave a toxic job, or just a job that just they're just not treating you fairly, I think you have an unexpected, entirely new job offer. And if you're looking for a secondary source of income, so you can move, or you can relocate, or you can just improve your life, I definitely think it's out there for you, Taurus, if you look for it. The bottom row here is occupation and despair. Let's get one on despair here. It could be whomever you're leaving behind is sad that you're going. That's quite possible. But yeah, for some of you, you're changing jobs, or you're finding a new occupation. So you could actually be starting your own business. You might be the official person here, starting your own business. Tell me more about despair here. Thank you. Now, this is card 32, which reduces to 5. And we know in numerology, 5 is all about change. Despair. Wow. Distant horizons. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, thief. I think whatever you have been in has been stealing from you. Stealing your time. Stealing your money. Stealing your patience. Stealing your talent. Stealing your love. Yeah. You've had a thief here, Taurus. What you've been working on, this person has been stealing from you. You've been putting in the effort, the toil and labor into whatever this is, and you have not been receiving reciprocity. I think there's change on the horizon. And for most of you, you are making a timeline shift here to close out some chapter in your life and to move towards something new. Do I think all of this happens in a 2-week period? No. This is the Page of Wands. This is the beginning stage. We're not yet at the Fool card. We're at the World, so we're making the judgment call, the determination to move on from this. And now, being your very grounded Taurian self, you're going to discover ways how to go on this new journey and how to close out this pretty monumental chapter of your life. And like I said, some of you are doing it with work. Some of you are completely relocating. Some of you are closing out one relationship for another. Some of you are walking away from a relationship. And what you don't know is at the moment you do that and you start on the new life path, you have a new lover on path for you. So take it all how it resonates. Different for all of you, but the one common theme is the Taurian collective is making the judgment call to close a very significant chapter in their life. That's what I have for you, Taurus, for the first 2 weeks of February 2025. If you like this message, it resonates with you, or you wish to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.